Welcome. This is the Midnight Marshmallow Society. Thank you for joining us. Tonight's tale comes from one of our own, Auntie Cat. She protected a casino's night shift during COVID. She thought it was just another day, until something in the shadows decided to mimic her back. Thanks to her, we share this true encounter now. And if you dare to hear more, seek her out on TikTok at Auntie Cat's Stories. But be warned, her stories don't just stay with you, they follow.
You know those nights when the building itself starts to feel too quiet? Like it's holding its breath, waiting for you to make the wrong move? That was every shift for me in 2020. I was working graveyard security at a casino, right when lockdowns were still keeping most folks home. The place was empty, lights dimmed low, slots silenced, tables cleared. Just me and surveillance locked away upstairs. They had cameras, sure, but they weren't allowed to leave that room. So I patrolled. Every hour on the hour, checking doors, storage, hallways, making sure nobody had slipped in where they shouldn't be, making sure nothing was hiding in some dark, forgotten corner. That night, my Friday, I was wide awake. You get tired, yeah, but the promise of clocking out, that's better than caffeine. I hit the back corridor near the receiving area. It's where the food trucks dropped their deliveries and where the kitchens stored their bulk stuff, flour, oils, giant cans of peaches and tomato sauce. And past that, there was a room with the walk-in freezers. Huge metal things lined up like tombs. Cold, silent. Above them, a weird little loft, no real access, just this rickety metal stair frame bolted into the wall that went halfway up. We stored old kitchen equipment up there, dented pots, broken racks, lids without matches. I hated that room. Every time I passed through, it felt like something was watching me. I told myself it was just nerves, a trick of the shadows. But that night, I was halfway in, flashlight beam sweeping over the loft, when I saw a face. It wasn't moving, just there, above the edge of the freezer, half hidden between a hanging pan and a stack of trays. Pale, almost reflective. Eyes that didn't blink. My light flickered, then died. I slapped the flashlight hard against my palm, once, twice, again. Just enough to try and jump the connection back. You know the trick. Cheap batteries, old gear, you learn to improvise. That flashlight made a sharp click against my wrist every time. But then it repeated. From the loft. The same exact sound, mimicked back, only it was louder and not in sync. It was wrong. Delayed, like someone trying to copy me, 4 hits from me, then 6, 7, 8, 11. Coming from where that face had been. I stopped moving. My hand froze midair. My breath caught in my throat. Then I crab walked backwards out of that room, keeping my eyes locked on where the upper ledge was the entire time. I slammed the door shut and locked it. I didn't even realize my legs were shaking until I reached surveillance. They rewound the feeds. Of course, the camera didn't cover that part of the room. Of course, there was nothing to see. My supervisor showed up early. Him and the manager did a full walkthrough. Nothing was disturbed, nothing was missing, no signs anyone had broken in. Not even dust moved from the loft. So I went home, told myself it was stress, lack of sleep, nerves. I joked to myself, hey, at least it wasn't a raccoon. The next night, I got a text from my boss. He was covering the night shift. He wrote, okay, where are you hiding? Not funny. I told him I was home. Watching a freaking movie. I don't know what you're talking about. He replied, I just heard your voice. You called my name. It was your voice, Cat. Where are you hiding? I didn't even answer that one. I just put my phone face down and sat there. Because the scariest part wasn't that he heard me. It was that I never called out to anyone when I was in that room.
Before we douse the flames tonight, we owe a special thank you again to one of our own society members. To Auntie Cat, the keeper of graveyard shifts, mimicry, and flashlight clicks in the dark. Thank you for allowing the Midnight Marshmallow Society to share your tale. The loft may be quiet now, but your stories still echo. And if you, brave listeners, wish to hear more of Auntie Cat's bone-deep, true-life frights, you can find her on TikTok at Auntie Cat Stories. Just don't listen in the dark, or alone, or near a freezer. The fire's fading now, but the story, it stays with you. If what you heard tonight kept you looking over your shoulder, you're one of us now. Follow the flicker at Midnight Marshmallow Society on Instagram. There you'll find more than stories. You'll find signs, threads, marks of the society, t-shirts for the chosen, clues for the curious, and a fire waiting to be rekindled. Until next time, keep your matches dry and your back to the woods, because the next story might already be watching.